All right, Jules, just to continue this theme of where Real Madrid are now.
Yeah.
You talk about the opposition. I mean, I haven't looked at schedule strength through 6 rounds this year compared to last year or the year before that. Obviously, they've played Atleti, but who else have they played?
Getafe, Celta Vigo, Real Sociedad.
Celta Vigo, who are close to relegation.
Yeah.
Celta also down there.
Getafe is maybe the most defensive team that they faced.
It's not. I guess what I'm saying is there is a difference.
And to your point, just before you go again, it's not even just the goal, because if they had expected goals of 25, for example, and scored 11, we were like, okay, but it's not even the case.
No, and it's also, to be fair, and you know this because this is how Carletto thinks, he's not somebody who, if they did have a game, and in some of those they might have had games where like they were 3-0 up at halftime. Yeah. The other team is a guy sent off, and they run up the score, right? So those numbers on its own. But it's clear.
No, but clearly.
It's obvious that this is different.
Yeah.
It's obvious that, to me at least, that while Rodrigo's a very talented footballer, when the ball goes up for him, he's really going to struggle to hold it up, allow the team to come forward and lay it off.
Yeah.
Too many times he gets it, and
I mean, imagine him against the 3 goal that were centre backs for Atletico last night.
Exactly. But this is where maybe you would expect more from Jude Bellingham, but then you have to remind yourself, this guy's 20 years old and he's never played this position, right? He's never played this kind of
that's the other thing.
Second striker position.
Yeah, it's a different
he's very smart, but he's still a kid.
Yeah.
And
but maybe in that formation, this is also the flow of that the flow of that formation, in the sense that if you play him there, so even more higher up the pitch than in the diamond midfield, because diamond midfield he's got 2 ahead of him in Joselu and Rodrigo, Vinicius and whatever. In this one, but again, that's completely against his own nature. I was on the FC show on Sunday night, and Sid Lowe was. They were finishing the analysis of the game with Sid at the ground, and Sid was saying, trying to defend Bellingham as he does. He really likes him. So Bellingham was not good, but he was always asking for the ball. And if you watch the game again, he's coming short a lot of the time in an area and in a space where you already had. In the first half, for example, a Modric or a Camavinga or Valverde was there. And that's surely not what he was asked for. But because he wants to help and because he's now this big player that they really rely on, he feels like, okay, I should be here, but instead I need to be closer to whoever has the ball to go and ask for it. And I think that was completely counterproductive for Real Madrid, and also far too easy to defend for Atletico because everything was in front of them. Okay, Bellingham is going deeper. Well, he can go as deep as he wants. He's no danger to us over there.
No. Joselu, I thought, was going to change the game, but then they concede again. And then at that point, it's going to be very, very difficult. Yeah. I did wonder, we know Ancelotti's not somebody who's going to go and have, I think, a knee-jerk reaction to this, right? They play Las Palmas in midweek. I think his attitude is, all right, we've got enough quality. We'll get the 3 points. We'll calm things down.
Yeah.
And then we're going to figure it out when Vinicius returns. Because
he's training again, by the way. Yeah.
He's training again. He's got one more game and then the break. Hopefully he doesn't get injured on the break. And that's a very Ancelotti approach. I almost feel like we haven't seen sort of proper Real Madrid this year because proper Real Madrid includes Vinicius. And Vinicius isn't there.
Just I think the first couple of games maybe, but yeah.
So, but what I do wonder though is, still in terms of numbers, the up front they're short, because I if I'm Real Madrid, if I'm Ancelotti, I would love to have one more winger forward type, right? Notwithstanding, right? You should have 4. You should have 4 going into the season.
Well, a proper number 9 more than a winger.
Okay, but you have a proper number 9 in Joselu.
Yeah,
but whether
a better one.
Okay, fine. But whether it's another number 9, whether it's somebody who can play central or wide, right? Just another body that I can mix into the rotation, because as well, Rodrigo's going to play a ton of minutes. And then the other thing is, I'm sorry, the Militao, Courtois. All right, Courtois, you can't do anything about. You brought in Kepa. Kepa's not the problem, but Kepa's also zero value added, right? Kepa does not make you better. He's a guy.
Yeah. I don't think he wins your game on his own.
No, and the way Courtois did. Yeah. So, but what I do wonder, though, is still in terms of numbers, the up front they're short, because I if I'm Real Madrid, I would love to have one more winger forward type, right? Notwithstanding, right? You should have 4 going into the season. Okay, but you have a proper number 9 in Joselu. But whether
Yeah, I don't think he wins your game on his own.
fine. But whether it's another number 9, whether it's somebody who can play central or wide, right? Just another body that I can mix into the rotation, because as well, Rodrigo's going to play a ton of minutes. But the Militao one really, really weighs heavily. That is a lot of strain on a lot of people who are in their 30s. I know Ferlamondi's fit again. Maybe he can take some minutes at center back, possibly, because you know what? If you play him at left back, he's a center back playing at left back who, you know, when he tries to attack and tries to trap the ball, it goes 10 meters up the pitch. So you might as well put him. It's my view on Ferlamendi, right?
Well, he's not a centre. He's never played centre back in his life, I think.
But that's what he is. He's a center back who's playing left back. It's a weird French thing.
You guys so. He's never been a centre back.
No. But what I'm not.
He's a left back by trades. He's always played left back.
But he's not an attacking.
Oh
player.
Yeah, no. But
what I'm saying is, I feel better with him playing center back.
Really?
Than playing Nacho. Than overusing Nacho. Then why?
I would not trust him. He's never played there. Why would you want him to play there now?
How hard can it be?
Well, look at Alaba. Alaba is a much better player than Ferland will ever be, and even he can struggle at times as centre back.
I don't know. I think he has. I think he's played a couple times, last couple weeks. But the point is, in the modern game, he's not a left back for Real Madrid.
But certainly they're short a centre back for sure.
And it's another body who can go there, right?
Yeah.
You want to play Chouameni at centre back? Sure, play him. Although I'd like to have him in midfield, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Talking about Atleti, obviously, I'm assuming, I like to think Simeone tore them a new one after the Valencia game.
Sure.
And they showed it. And in the build-up to this. What I really liked is I really liked the way that they got they really took advantage of the width with Samuelino.
Yeah.
And on the other flank, Marcos Llorente was disciplined in the runs that he made. And they looked like the more grown-up team. Before we even get into Morata and his goals, which is fine. You know, with Morata, you can't count on those. Is this a blueprint? I know we've said this a million times.
No, it's not. I just think that if you looked at the Real Madrid's starting 11, and we knew who would start really, certainly at the back, because they are short. So
right.
Lucas Vázquez at right back, who is not right back, we know that. And Fran Garcia at left back, who is young, who has potential, but I don't think really, to be honest, he's ready for a game like this of his caliber, especially when Atleti plays that well. So if you had Cholo, you say, hang on a minute, who's the best crosser of the ball I have right now? Right foot, left foot, what side should we exploit to cross the ball well for Morata, who on his day is one of the best headers of the ball. This is where he's actually better with his head and with his feet to finish. And the 3 goals come from that left-hand side from Atleti, the right-hand side from Lucas Vázquez, Real Madrid. 1 by Lino, 2 by Saúl Ñíguez. If you're El Cholo, what do you say to Morata? So it's Rudiger on right centre-back, Alaba left centre-back, right? And then Fran Garcia, tiny Fran Garcia, small Fran Garcia, behind Alaba. If you're Morata, where do you go? Between Fran Garcia and Alaba every day.
Yeah.
If you go between Rudiger and... Because the cross is going to... You know the cross is going to come from your left-hand side, right? If you go between Rudiger and Alaba, this is tough. If you go between Alaba and Fran Garcia, there will be a lot of space. Fran Garcia will have to maybe push on and mark Morata, and Morata is what? 20 centimeters taller? And Alaba... Really, Alaba, as we said, is still more of a left back than a centre back, and sometimes has those moments where he doesn't really.
I would say he's more of an attacking midfielder than a centre back, to be honest. But
what did Griezmann do on his goal? Same movement, same thing. The ball comes from the same side, and again between Alaba and Fran Garcia, that was the space that you had to attack for your headers, and Atleti did that perfect. So you can try again in the next game, but the left back and the left centre back might be taller, stronger, better in the air than Alaba and Fran Garcia. I don't know. But I thought that was spot on. And when you do it after 4 minutes and it works, then you know it's going to work again, because Real Madrid never really addressed it.
No. And you still have the runners for midfield. So it's not just you're just exploiting the crosses. And I thought that did
so
really
like
well.
Saúl to get in that position.
Saúl from that position, Griezmann dropping and then going again.
Griezmann was amazing. And I think, again, we say a lot, but when Griezmann is that good, Atleti are also that good.
All right, so here's the uncomfortable question. Is this a legit 3-way title race? Or do we always think that Atleti are going to Atleti at some
Let's
place?
not forget they've got a game in hand. You know that game that was rained out when it never rained. So if they win that, it's 13 points, which is obviously 2 behind Real Madrid, 3 behind Barcelona. So I think if they don't do again the Valencia performance where... I really don't know what happened. They overslept. They went partying the night before. I mean, I don't know where the energy was or anything. if there's no more of those kind of glitches, then of course, 100%. The way we saw them against Lazio, the way we saw them at this weekend against Real Madrid, they should be up there with the other two.
All right. Final word, going back to Real Madrid. Ancelotti is going to go with the zen-like calm. He's going to remind people that they have played, if memory serves, they've won every other game they've played this season, right?
Yeah, 5 out of 5 before this.
And they've beat Union Berlin.
Yeah.
To which you say, yes, but how many of those games came with late goals? And in how many of those games did you actually play well?
So late goals, I think maybe 3 out of 6 or 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
And play well. I think they played well against Union. They hit the woodwork 3 times. They could have won 4 or 5. But yeah, no, it's still a bit underwhelming. It's still a bit underwhelming.
I did well against Real Sociedad, but
second half, yeah.
Then again, you're without your best forward, you're without your best defender, and you're without you're arguably your best player in Courtois. So I think there's a lot on there. I think it's going to be really interesting to see kind of institutionally how Florentino handles this, because obviously there is that lame duck element to Carletto with his contract expiring and likely him going to Brazil. There's the Mbappe situation in the background. Put it this way, if I'm Florentino's spin doctor, I'm going to have a very, very busy few months, regardless whether results improve or not.